So this is a comment I got on my video about Victoria Paris, and I just wanted to talk about it because I've seen this trend on TikTok, I'm sure you have too, where a woman, or I guess a girl, will reference that another woman is 30 or looks 30 or is close to 30, and it's all meant to invalidate her in some type of way. So you have the type of comment where it invalidates how somebody looks, saying that they look 30, which, by the way, 30 is, I once had somebody on my old TikTok account say I looked 90. That is an insult, but 30 is weird because 30 is young. Like, this is 30. Emma Watson's 30. Emily Ratajkowski, 30. Taylor Swift, I think she might be 31. And of course, these are all celebrities who are, like, you know, paid to look hot. But if you're going to insult someone, I just find it so weird that people use 30, right? Like, if you're going to insult their looks, why not say 40 or 50? Not that it's good to call any age unattractive, but I keep seeing this number of 30 thrown around on TikTok.
I do understand what she's referring to in her message, although I fail to see how an observation of age can be considered invalidating. The age 30 isn't an insult unless a woman decides to take it as an insult. Ladies, think of it this way. If you are 28 and someone comments you look 30, well, that's just insulting. If you are 32 and someone comments you look 30, oh, thank you for the compliment. But my theory is the reason women throw around the age 30 so much is because of the biological fact that women lose 90% of the eggs in their ovaries right at or just before 30. Links in the description, also known as the wall.
And it's not just for looks too, it's also for activities and actions that people do. So I hate to say it, but I follow the Reddit account that is really snarky towards Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy, because I'm a internet creep. I love to see what people are saying. And they're always like, I can't believe she's like partying and doing all of this stuff. She's pushing 30. And that's what everybody says. Like, even if you're 25, you're now pushing 30. And people use it to invalidate if you're partying or what you're wearing or what you're doing, because you're almost at this horrific number of 30. And I get that most of the people on TikTok are young, and 30 probably does seem really old. And of course, I'm 28. Yeah, I'm 28. So I'm probably like, oh my God, like, death is coming for me, you know, 2 more years until I hit it. But I just find it interesting that girls are doing, it's like girl on girl crime. It's like a friendly fire, because you say this stuff now, but trust me, once you get to 27, there are going to be thoughts in your head where you're like, oh my God, like, I'm almost turning 30, and you're really going to have to like unlearn all of this stuff that both society teaches you and this concept of like hitting the wall from internet men teach you, and then also now you have like other girls saying it to other girls on TikTok, and it's just like a friendly fire. So obviously no hate to whoever wrote this, no hate to anyone ever, but I just find it a weird insult because we're all gonna be 30. So when you say like she looks 30, it's like, honey, one day we all will look 30 unless we die at 29. It's like saying to someone, she looks like she's standing in a kitchen. Well, one day you're going to be standing in a kitchen. So any insult that you say that says you look 30, give it a couple years and whoosh, you're boomeranging yourself with that own insult. So anyway, thoughts for a Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Queen. Let me just say, people commenting on a woman who is pushing 30 and partying it up, that is not invalidation. That's society saying, hey, party has got to end at some point. Even the club has got a shutdown time. Queen, you can wear what you want and do what you want. If it's on blast on the internet, what can I say, fam? People are going to chat about you like if you were the topic on The View. You put it out there. It's as fair game as a Walmart Black Friday sale. Every low blow is legal. Instead of trying to convince the internet of how it's messed up friendly fire between women of different ages, maybe you could step back and consider there is a biological reality attached to the wall phrase. In fact, Queen, let me help you out with the not so obvious. Women who are at or near 30, who are happily married and taking care of a beautiful family, have very little time to make videos complaining about anyone invalidating her for going out to parties. Moving on.
Every single day, he makes a conscious decision that his life is better without you in it. I wish that I could remember which TikToker said this first, because I have not stopped thinking about it. And this goes back to, if he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to reach out, he would. He is a 100% whole person with free will to contact you. And he hasn't, because he doesn't want to. And I understand that that's harsh. But babes, someone has to be harsh, and someone has to tell you the reality. That if he wanted to, he would. He's not contacting you because I know that this one hurts. He doesn't want to. And you deserve someone who you are a yes for. Someone who is so sure of you. You deserve that.
It never ceases to amaze me as to how many of these internet queens will claim over and over again that women deserve the man they want, like if he was a Philly cheesesteak they just ordered. Ladies, please write in the comments, how exactly do you deserve the entirety of another human being based on the simple fact you have a factory installed set of fun bags and a taco? This queen said it herself. If he isn't hitting you up, you out of luck. Just like you are not entitled to the last man you were with to get back to you. If you could, he would, right? Well, that applies to the Chad/Tyrone of your dreams. Oh yes, for as many of my female viewers who just gasped at what I just said, I am very confident it was accurate. Yell at your screens all you want, ladies, but I have yet to see a best-selling romance novel with the male heartthrob being an average-looking short plumber, carpenter, auto mechanic, or postman who works his butt off on his grind to provide for his family. Nah, fam. Who you trying to kid here? These men all of you women think you deserve, especially after the age of 30, are on par with Patrick Mahomes, Chris Hemsworth, or Robert Pattinson. Fam, that's like me saying I deserve to be with Selena Gomez. But I'll use the common female excuse of she doesn't want to be with this gorilla because she can't handle me. Moving on.
A term that I keep hearing bandied about on here is hitting the wall. Several men have said that I have hit the wall. I'm not going to let that get me down because upon further research, the term refers to any woman over age 29 because by that age she has allegedly lost all of her desirability and therefore hit the wall. Men, do some of you really believe this to be true? Let me know.
That would be a yes, fam. I do have to correct something this queen said, which is not exactly accurate. At age 30, women become less desirable from a biological reproductive standpoint since most of her eggs are gone. Fam, don't get it wrong. Past 30, men will smash that like if it was this channel's subscribe button. That doesn't mean men will commit long term though. I know it's hard for you ladies to comprehend that men can smash with little emotional investment. Here's another shocker for you women. Men prefer youth and beauty. Put it this way, ladies. If men were presented with being with the 20-year-old version of you versus the 30-year-old version of you, 9 times out of 10, they will go with the 20-year-old version of you. It has nothing to do with controlling or manipulating you. It's just natural attraction. Just like if women were asked if they prefer a 5'7" man or a 6' man, 9 times out of 10, they're going for daddy long legs. Moving on.
This is one of the biggest struggles I see with single women in their 30s. My name is Megan. I'm a licensed holistic therapist who specializes in self-love, breakups, and relationships, and I'm also a single woman in my 30s who teaches you how to love your life on your own before you meet your person. One of the biggest frustrations that I see with single women in their 30s is that our society glorifies and celebrates big life milestones like engagements, marriages, buying houses, having babies, things that come with being in a partnership. So oftentimes, as a single woman in your 30s, you might spend a lot of time and money investing in celebrating your friends' big milestones, going to their weddings, going to their parties, celebrating their children, all the while nobody's celebrating you. Is navigating life successfully as a single woman is something to celebrate. It's not easy and you should be proud of yourself. The 2 things you can do if you're feeling burnt out on celebrating others is first to start celebrating yourself, even if it's just small wins each day. And second, set boundaries. You can't go to every single one of the parties and that's okay.
Okay, queen, I'm actually going to applaud you for saying you are a happy single woman. Maybe you are the outlier. If that's the case, more power to you, like the Energizer Bunny. Unfortunately, in my opinion, she has it all wrong when she says society glorifies engagements, marriages, and so forth. That's not society there, queen. That is biological hardwiring of the survival of our species. Women are social creatures and they are the ones who want the security and fulfillment that comes with marriage. Along with that, it is expected to be celebrated because marriage represents a union of 2 houses. It's a big step. Motherhood is also another very big milestone that is celebrated because it represents new life, new responsibilities, and the continuing of a bloodline. Fam, do you really expect someone to celebrate you for being in your 30s and you're paying for your own bills? Congrats, you're an adult. Queen, how much more privilege do you want? Do you want a participation trophy every time you fill up your own gas tank? Repeat after me. It's okay to admit you are lonely. Nothing wrong with it. Fam, this just makes me think single women in their early 30s just need some kind of adjustment time after the shock of a recent wall smashing. Moving on.
All right, let's get into it. Reasons why I like younger guys. One of the biggest reasons is my demographics. I live in Louisiana and there's not a whole lot to choose from. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from this, but a little while ago, whenever I was getting a divorce and like going through all that stuff, I did not want to be with anybody else that had another child or an ex-wife or a baby mama, whatever. I know that's being selfish and I know that's not fair, especially because of what I come with. But in that moment, back then, I couldn't handle it. Like, I could barely handle the drama between me and my ex. It was a lot. So that's one of the biggest reasons back then. Now, not so much anymore. I don't care if like you have kids. I'm ready now to be stepmom or whatever that is. And so, yeah, that's the first reason.
She's going to sink, Captain. But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
Wait, hold up there, Queen. She said the first reason she likes younger guys is demographics, as in race and ethnicity? What does that have to do with age? Fam, I think this is the first time I ever heard someone use the excuse of lack of skin pigmentation diversity as a justification to date anyone younger. Ladies, I have to take my hat off to you. When a man does this, you shame him. When a woman does it, she thinks her BS is gonna stick to a wall like crazy glue. Then she followed by saying she didn't want to be with anyone who had kids or baby mama drama. I'm sorry, fam. The way she's describing that phase after she got divorced sounds suspiciously a lot like she started dating younger bad boys. I could be 100% wrong on that. Maybe there is a different picture. Like I'm seeing the glass half empty and she likes her glass half full. Although now she's ready to settle down as a stepmom. I don't think my viewers ever heard that one before.
Okay, number 2, I guess this is more of a story as to like why I don't like guys my own age versus like why I like younger guys. Anyway, so number 2, one of the other biggest reasons is that guys my age, if they've been single till they're in their 30s, that means they've like done a lot of shit. They've messed around, they knew they were attractive their whole lives and just was a player. So now that they're ready for marriage in their 30s, 40s, whatever, they don't know how to treat a woman because they still, and not everybody, I shouldn't generalize everyone, but a lot of them act like they're the and like you're not, I just want somebody who's humble and somebody that I can get along with, joke with, not somebody that's like, oh yeah, I did this or oh this and that, and like just boasting and being prideful. And like if I have a conversation with you and all we talk about is you and you don't ask me anything about me, like I can't do it. And that's what I find a lot of guys who are older who are finally ready to settle down, like it's hard coming down from that player stage.
Ladies, I want all of you to pay attention to the not so obvious obvious. The awesome thing about this is I am not making up what I'm about to say. Notice how her complaint about dating men her own age is basically she doesn't want to be with someone with a lot of mileage because they have difficulty pair bonding. While at the same time, she literally described herself doing the same thing. She said all the details of what she was doing and then said she doesn't want the male equivalent of what she did. The only difference is she made it clear she only pays attention to the Chads/Tyrones in her age group. For real, brah? That's like me eating a box of donuts and then telling someone who is eating a slice of cheesecake they eat like crap.
Okay, and then this next reason, I don't mean to trigger anyone, but I did deal with this with my ex, is I do find that a lot of men who are older are, like some of them in my area specifically, are recovering addicts. I was with an addict. I do not ever want to put myself in that situation again, nor do I want to put my daughter in that situation again, and I don't think that that's unfair at all. Okay, and then last but not least, younger guys just put me on a pedestal because I'm a MILF, so it definitely like boosts my confidence a lot. That's one of the other reasons why. Now, it's not like I'm not open to dating guys my own age. I am, but it's like the housing market, right? All the good ones get sucked up, just like real quick. So again, in my area, there's just not a whole lot to choose from.
I can accept her regional justification of a recurring issue of avoiding substance abusers. I have said several times that women who leave men who are substance abusers are 100% correct, especially with a little one. Absolutely the right course of action. Her last reason, in my opinion, is the strongest reason she dates younger men. She says, raised on a pedestal. I rephrase that to, she highly enjoys the attention young men give her. Attention to women is like physical, intimate sleeping is for men. On top of that, she said the good men in her age bracket are taken up. I would argue that the level of man in her age group that she wants is not interested in her because he has options. Anyone else notice that she says she dates younger men and is not currently married to one? Yeah, theme parks are awesome, aren't they? I'm just saying. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.